what is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots Wired. So this will be part 10 of the Guitar Hero 2 playthrough as far as what's first going to happen. So basically in this particular episode, there's just another one song. The unfortunate thing is I had more planned for this particular episode, but it's just kind of the pitch that one of my controllers basically broke in this particular episode. Not during the episode, but it's just been the pitch I discovered during the episode that it was broken. I don't know what happened there. It's just kind of the pitch as far as saying Now, the only thing I could guess is I might have stepped on. I don't have like recounted memory. It was working in March, and I want to say it was working in April too, and I did part 9 of this particular episode. That's the last episode I've done in a while, so there's been a pitch behind that, but it worked in April. Something happened. I don't specifically have too commonplace of memory stepping on the controller between late April and about this point in May, but it's just kind of pitch that something happened when I shake the controller that is broken. It's not rattling, so whatever happened to it just happened within a fashion that's just not making any noise. Typically when you have broken controllers, you hear like the pieces kind of rattling around, something like that, but it's not like that. So I don't know what happened there, but so as a result, this particular episode, the playthrough is going to be kind of bad. Now, I still managed to get like an 84, 85, 86% somewhere in there, something like that, but it's just kind of pitch that there's a lot of mistakes for people who are going to see this episode. And just, you can just see about what's going on here. I'm not doing that with like the particular controllers. It's just kind of pitch that something happens. Normally I would probably, this particular song was relatively easy within the fashion. I think I did a bonus song, so it's just on the pitch. But hey, props to me for at least being able to complete this song with the broken controller. I don't know how many folks. Obviously for even probably. Even for probably skilled folks in this particular game, you probably would not be able to get 100% with the broken controller as far as this first happens. Just within the pitch, but yeah, do get decent enough. I think I got 3 stars, something like that. But just within the pitch as far as saying, of course, the buttons that are necessary to play the game are the ones that broke with this particular fair. You would think, within the fashion, if it could have been like certain other ones, but it's I don't know. It's just whatever. It's just kind of a doofy kind of situation. But I look after it here. So just standard fair, just within pitches like that. It's kind of a snappy type episode. I was going to attempt a second song, but I think I played like a little bit of it and just got pissed off. It was just like, screw it. I tried unplugging the controller thinking that was the problem, thinking it was just kind of that the analogs control that, and the analog sticks were just kind of pressed in like a certain direction, something like that. Sometimes that happens with controllers back in the day. If you tilted the analog sticks, they would kind of particularly screw around or something like that, but that wasn't the problem. So it's just kind of within the pitch as far as saying that luckily, I do have another controller, so it's just going to pitch as far as saying. But I've noticed I'm really having to invest. I don't know what happened to my damn PlayStation 2 since moving it in the other room. I don't get the console. I did not drop it. Didn't do anything foul with it within those pitches. I just questioned the format. Now I realize when I unplug it, because the fashion about it is I unplug the PlayStation 2 because I don't want the cats knocking it off the bookshelf or the dresser in the other room where it is. So I do unplug it, and then I just keep it on like my bedroom floor. My bedroom is kind of messy within the pitch behind it, but it's just the fashion. I still would not think that there would be any real cognizant reason as to why the PlayStation 2 would be a screw. Why the memory card broke. It's just these situations are just flamingly that stupid. I don't know why the memory card got corrupted. If you've seen one of my recent community posts as to me, the only game I have like 10, 15, 20 games for the PlayStation 2 that have a save file on that memory card. And of course, the only save file that gets corrupted is Rise to Honor, so I have to do that game all over again, which is not pleasant. I'm just going to have to, I'm not sure as to when that game will return. Hopefully in some fashion. I'd like to eventually get back to that game, but it really sabotaged like the concept of it. So just between like the controller breaking for whatever reason, there's just been some real sabotage with the PlayStation 2 and some of these type formats that have just made the particular fare on this channel just kind of like more kind of in limbo as far as those first happens. It's kind of pitch. I don't know why these mishaps keep happening, just kind of within the fashion, but I look after just within the product of it. It's just some good type fare. Despite that, I did manage to at least belt out this particular episode. I was thinking about this channel in the past. I did try to do it like this. Probably when I recorded this was probably last week or 8, 9, 10, 11 days ago, something like that. It was just kind of the fashion. It's just as far as getting towards it. It was just kind of the pitch of there is a little bit of leftover Devil May Cry footage. I would say if I didn't have another controller, controller, that probably would have been a tricky game to have attempted. I don't think I probably could have beaten the Devil May Cry stages, especially with some of those jumps in that game and the boss characters. But I do have another controller as far as what's supposed to happen, so that can resume. I'll get back to that game in time as far as what's supposed to happen. It's going to be kind of the pitch just with an aspect as far as supposing I'm just going to have. I mean, I only have like six or seven missions left, not much. I mean, like I said, I'm more than 2/3 done with that game, so it's just the pitch of just getting done with that home stretch, getting that particular game done. Now, at some stage, like I remember back in the fall of 2024, I had planned for. I want to see what score I got here. Even the characters are disappointing. They feel like, I mean, 85% is not that bad. I definitely feel like within the pitch behind it, as far as saying that's not where you just throw the guitar down, something like that. It was just the pitch, kind of mild tantrum there within those aspects, where you just look after it. So just being able to say, kind of within the tone, I'm losing track of what I was trying to say here, something within the pitch as far as me saying that. Oh yeah, in the fall of 2024, I had some games that I was going to purchase after these particular ones, because basically after Guitar Hero 2, I'm going to get to another one. Now, I don't remember, there was that game I was going to do back in April. I'm still kind of in limbo about that, because it's the product of it, between some of these type of fairs, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to spend some of this money on, because I've been having to buy cat food and some of those type pitches. These animals are really hungry, some of those type pitches, so it's just kind of the format that just between bills and paying some of those type of things, this money has been not as frivolous with the concept of it. I just had to say, so I did attempt this second song here, but I just kind of bow out of it because it's just not worth the gracefulness. But just to say, there are some games lined up for once I get some of these done. I realize that there's only so much left to Guitar Hero 2. We'll get towards it, but just to be able to say I do have another controller, so stay tuned for more of these folks definitely within the pitches of it.